Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. Today's video is going to be my project pan update for the month of April. I cannot believe that it is already May. This is crazy how fast this year is already flying by. But that being said, we have a whole month of progress to talk about, so let's just jump into it. I'm just gonna warn you guys, this update is not as exciting as some of my other ones. I was a little bit less motivated to use these products. I was just wanting to use different things in my collection, and you know, I'm not going to force myself to use a product just to use it, but I do try and reach for these more often than others, so I still got a good bit of use out of them, I feel like. But this one is just kind of like some steady progress. So this was the bronzer from the Anastasia Beverly Hills face palette. The face palette itself is in Italian Summer, but I was specifically adding in the bronzer. Of course, I don't have pan in this. I'm not surprised that I don't have pan in this because it's a pretty like untouched, almost brand new palette in my collection. But what I will say is I have a pretty good dip in the highlight now because I've been using it a lot. And then I even have a good dip in the blush as well. So that's exciting. Just in general, I want to use this palette more, but specifically I was focusing on the bronzer. So I'm really happy about this. And I'm going to keep it in the project and we'll keep using it, especially during the summer. It's a really great face palette for me because it is one of the deeper ones in my collection, especially the bronzer itself. And I kind of like that during the summer. I want like more of like a sun-kissed kind of look. I will say I'm not wearing any of these on my face right now because I wanted to be able to take the product like pictures and be true to May 1st, like the end of April. So I didn't use any of them today. Haven't used them the last couple of days, kind of just using whatever I felt like. But yeah, this one's just had some kind of like steady use, but not really any or too much like visible progress. So let's talk about another cheek product. This is the Hourglass Mood Exposure Blush. Again, it feels like it looks like I haven't used it at all. I have used it actually. I did use this a good bit over the last month, but you know, this is just one of those products I feel like that just kind of lasts forever, which is honestly a really good thing because these are really expensive. So I'm kind of glad that it's not just like being used up in a month or anything like that. So again, I feel like it has pretty steady progress. The dips are getting pretty good. For a while there, it felt like it was more flat. There definitely is a little dip in there now. And like I mentioned last month, the cracks in this are pretty significant, I feel like. So I don't know, we'll have to see in the comparison pictures how that is looking. But again, some steady progress. We'll keep it in the project. The last cheek product, was it the last one? Yeah. The last cheek product that's in this project was the like combo that I made. I had a video about it and I've mentioned it before, but I mixed together my e.l.f. face powder with the Danessa Myricks bread and butter liquid kind of like shadow 4-in-1 product, whatever that thing is called. I used it up. I'm so happy that I used this up, you guys. I don't know. It was an experiment. I wanted to try it out, mixing the products together. I loved the shade of the Danessa Myricks product, but it was just so hardly pressed after it dried that it was just kind of hard to use. So I'm really happy to not have this in the collection anymore, in the project anymore, at all. Glad that it's used up. So of course we're gonna be rolling this one out. I actually used it up like halfway through the month, I think, maybe a week into the month, pretty early on. Next up is a product that I definitely could have used up, but I did get another setting spray in PR via Octoly, so I kind of been using that one a little bit more. But this is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Setting Mist. I'm not mad that I didn't use this up at all. I did get pretty good progress here, but I love it. So I'm not, you know, in any major rush to use it up. I think it's a great setting spray. I'm sure it'll be done within like this month, but yeah, we'll just keep using it. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you will know a little bit about this product. This is the Ordinary Lactic Acid 10% plus HA liquid exfoliant. I used to really love this product, and not to say that I don't like it now, but I mentioned that when I finished this up, I wanted to get the Paula's Choice BHA. Well, I picked up a mini of it, and I thought, once I finish this up, if I pick up this one, as I'm using this one, I felt like I would forget how I felt about the original one from The Ordinary. So I decided to pick up a mini so that I could kind of test them side by side at the same time, make my decision from there when I wanted to purchase another full size, which one I would get. I'm not going to mention like a ton of the details here because I did put them all on my stories over on Instagram. I made a highlight reel about it, so you guys can go click where it says Paula's Choice on my page. that will tell you all you want to know about these products. But after that conclusion, I decided that I love this product so much from Paula's Choice. It made a drastic difference in my skin, especially compared to this one. I think this product's good from Paula's Choice, but I am not going to continue to use it. Number one, I've had this for more than a year, and the shelf life is 12 months. And I didn't really think that it was bad, but 2 days in a row, when I opened this product, I noticed a smell with it. And so the third day, I smelled it again, and it just like kicked me in the face all of a sudden, because I feel like it didn't used to smell like this. And so I'm not going to keep using it. And I'm not going to repurchase it either because I have the other one. But I did make pretty good progress, especially for the fact I was only using it on half of my face there for the last couple of weeks. But yeah, this is going to be rolling out of my project because of that. But I did make pretty steady progress anyways. This isn't going to be added in or anything. I just wanted to kind of explain why I was switching that. Next up is the e.l.f. Cooling Mint Melt Primer. This one, the line kind of got rubbed off, but I can see where it's at. So in the picture, I will remark the original lines, but it was here, and now it is like almost empty. So it's kind of hard to mark the line because it is really all the way at the bottom. And I know you guys can't see as well as I can in person, but when I squish it, I can put it up to my light here and let the light come through, and you can tell like this entire bottle is empty. It's just one of those kind of packagings that's really difficult to tell. And actually, now that I've finished this up, or almost finished it up, I think I'll have it done in the next month because there's probably only like a week of uses left. I don't think I'm going to repurchase this. We'll kind of see how I feel once I get done with it. But honestly, I feel like with my Hard Candy gripping primer that, I don't know, it's actually called like a hydrating primer, but it's kind of gripping. Yeah, I think it says makeup grip. Anyways, I don't know that I'm going to have to repurchase this. The reason I want to use it up is because the packaging is kind of broken on mine. Now that I've used up a good bit of it, the packaging has kind of like figured itself out a little bit better. But yeah, I do enjoy this, but I'm not really sure that I'm going to repurchase it. So we'll see, but I do think I will finish this up in the next month. So hopefully we're setting ourselves up for some success next month. Let me talk about this one before I forget, because I set it aside so that the product could settle. But this is the Kaja Mini Gloss Shot in the shade Milk Tea. I definitely probably could have finished this up. Definitely probably could have, okay. What I said, you know, definitely probably could have finished this up last month, but I like forgot to use this. I don't know what was wrong with me. You guys, I'm like not good at reapplying lip products. And I actually thought about that today. I know a lot of people talk about like how things wear and all of that stuff. And I noticed a picture of my makeup, and it was like the whole day was almost gone. And I was showing you guys something. I don't remember what it was. But my redness here had shown through a lot. And I just started to realize that I don't think after I put my makeup on, whether it be in the beginning of the day or whenever, I don't think I ever like look at it again. Is that just me? Like, I have to actively try and remember to realize how makeup wears on my skin. Unless my mascara ends up like all over my face, or sometimes I notice my brows are kind of wonky. I don't think I really notice anything. Like people are saying how your blush fades and all this stuff. I'm like, I guess I just really enjoy the process of putting makeup on, and I like the way it looks like right away. But then I don't think I pay that much attention to how it wears. And kind of going along those lines, I feel like I never reapply lip products. I don't know. Am I the only one? Let me know down below. Do you guys reapply your lipstick? Like, do you add powder throughout the day? Like, do you touch up your makeup throughout the day? If you do, or if you don't, either way, let me know down below, because I don't. And I don't know why, but I just never have. Even sometimes I try and remind myself to use a lip product. The only way I can remind myself to use a lip product is to set it on my desk at work, like right in front of my computer. And anytime I see it, I'm like, oh yeah, Kirsten, you're supposed to put this on. You know, like it's like a chore, not like a bad chore, but you know what I mean? Like I have to remind myself actively to do that. Longest chat ever about this, but all that to say, I kind of like forgot to use it. But I think last time we were around the H in shot. I'll put a picture in, but I feel like we've made pretty good progress, but I definitely could have made more progress. This is one of those glosses where every time you use it, you can kind of like visibly see it going down. I would say maybe every 3 uses, you're gonna notice a bit of a difference. So even though there's a good amount of usage here, I definitely didn't use it like as much as maybe it looks like. And I wonder, I bet like in full size, it's not really like that as much, but it's just such a small little container. And then every time, you know, you're moving the doe foot and everything, there's really not a ton of product down here because the doe foot's also in that product. So I feel like I could probably use this up in like the next couple of months if I remember to use it. This product is lasting forever. I feel like in the beginning we had a really great progress, and then now it's like not moving. And this is the NYX Epic Wear Liner in the shade Gilded Taupe. I'm realizing that's probably because originally when I put it in the project, I was using it for like a winged liner. I should do that again. I've been into like soft looks with a lot of liner again, but lately I've just been using this in the waterline. So really it doesn't have a ton of progress. I'm honestly going to be kind of surprised if I can even draw a new line for it, but I still really love this liner. So I'm not in any hurry necessarily to use it up, but I would like to see a little bit more progress, I think, than what I've been seeing the last 2 months, I would say. Let's talk about this little primer. This is the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer. It's in the shade Nude. I really like this. Now, I kind of wonder if I'm going to end up repurchasing this when it's completely gone, which is going to be very soon. So again, I'll have to remark the line. You can see like that little tiny mark there was the line from last month. Now when I use it, I pretty much have to pinch it like almost all the way up. So definitely have used a good bit of it now. It's about like right here. So, you know, it's a mini, but I feel like I've made pretty good progress on this. I've been trying to decide if I'm going to repurchase it. I'm not sure. The only thing holding me back is that I don't know why, but I just prefer for my eye primer to have a doe foot. So that's kind of like holding me back, but we've made really good progress with this one as well. And again, I do think I will use it up for sure in the next month. Let's talk about our other empty. This is the Beach Shield from Crave. This is the SPF from them. Again, not on the market anymore, but I had it in my collection and wanted to use it up, and I did use it up. So this is totally gone. I do miss it, but maybe they'll bring it back one day and it'll have the actual amount of SPF that we want it to, but it was so good. I miss it already, but it's a good thing that I used it up because the sun is a lot stronger, it feels like these days. It's getting hotter outside. And while it was important to wear SPF even in the winter, I'm glad that I went ahead and used this one up. Which leaves the last product in this Project Pan update. This is the Flower Beauty Get Real Serum Foundation. And I have made some pretty dang good progress in this foundation, if I must say so myself. This is where I'm at, and the line again did get rubbed off, so I'll have to update that. I can kind of like easily do that if I pull up the picture, kind of base it off of where the words are and do that. So you guys will be seeing here in the picture. However, I mean, I'm like pretty dang impressed with this progress. The one thing I will say, I have really started to like this foundation again. I was kind of on the fence about it, just for me personally, because I think I'm just realizing I really like a more medium coverage foundation. And this one, of course, is a very light coverage. But with that being said, I have found that I do really like this foundation when I use like 3 or 4 pumps of it. And I'm not doing that to try and use it up faster. I'm doing that to get it to where I like it and the coverage level and all of that where I want it to be. So what I've been doing is taking 3 pumps of this and then applying it with a brush all over my face, then putting 1 pump on the back of my hand, picking it up with my sponge, and then blending over kind of like the half blended makeup with the brush. I've also been applying it over my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I'm kind of like realizing a way to enjoy that product. I'm enjoying this product. Putting them together is really helping me to use both of them more, which is what I want in my collection. So I'm kind of okay with it, but I definitely am not going to be repurchasing this once I finish it because it's just not realistically like my favorite coverage level. I don't really want to purchase a low coverage foundation just to pack on more pumps of the product than I probably would if it were a coverage level of what I prefer anyways. Did that make sense? I think you guys probably know what I'm trying to say. But it's a really great product, I think, especially if you want a light coverage foundation. But it is nice to know that you can build it up to medium coverage. I just don't think that's very cost effective for this sort of product for me, especially when I do have some other favorites that provide me the coverage level that I prefer. So those are all the products that we had to talk about in today's video. And actually, I'm not going to be adding any more into the project right now. I have mentioned before that I'm okay with this project sort of fluctuating for me, and right now I just don't really have any products in my collection that I'm itching to use up. That might change in the next month, and then I might end up adding something else in, but for now I think I'm just gonna leave it as is. So I think we were up to 11 products. Let's see how many we have left. So since I used up 2 products and then we're rolling out that skincare product, it leaves us with 8, and I feel like that's okay for a month. It's just gonna be a little bit of an easier month for me on the project panning, and I'm okay with that. I am hoping to have a couple more empties this month. I think these 3 could be empty for sure in the next month. So this is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Setting Mist, the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer, and the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Primer. Everything else, not so much. Maybe this gloss. If I used it every day this month, for sure it would be empty, but I'm not gonna set the bar that high, okay? But yeah, for this next month, we're just gonna have 8 products in the project. I'm actually really happy about that. So yeah, we're just gonna roll with it. But let me know down below, how many products do you think I will have empty in the next month? I think 3, maybe 4, depending on the gloss shot. But I feel like 3 is still a really good amount to use up in a month. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my content. We are getting very close to 1,000 subscribers, so thank you so much in advance if you do decide to subscribe. I'm going to be posting a lot of content here, not every day, okay? I'm not signing up for every day because life is busy right now, but I have been really working on some content, so you guys are going to want to subscribe and stick around for that. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!